Blake Cox on the bump for the Tigers. Let's take a look defensively at the Tigers as Cade, Nixon, and Sam range the outfield. The battery today, Blake Cox, as well as Cash Nelson. Jake Pardue, Jason Steele on the left side on the infield, right side of the infield, Braden Madeley, as well as Bobby Wilk. 1-0 Tigers. As we welcome you back to Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. So glad you could join me. Melvin Jones here with you. Tigers with one across the board in the first. Sack fly. Excuse me, a double play from Jason Steele. Brought in the first run of the game. And here is Adam Banda to lead off the things for the Cardinals. As looks like we have our audio situation taken care of. Banda was 0 for 1 and a walk on Tuesday night. Blake ready to throw his first pitch of the afternoon. He fires. That goes down as strike one to Banda. Banda, Brandon Martinez, and then Andrew Rodriguez do up this inning for Del Valle. Again, the Tigers hope for another split district title win up in smokes last night. As Blake fires the 0-1, that goes down as ball one. Lake Travis defeated Westlake last night 4-3, sweeping the Shaps. And for all intent and purposes, clinching the district last night. The 1-1 to Banda. Strike two. A lot of smoke behind that from Blake Cox. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to the left fielder. Blake readies the 1-2. Looking for his first K of the day. And Blake fires. And that missed inside. 2-2 now to Banda. Tigers will have their bye beginning Tuesday night as we head north to Georgetown to take on the Eagles. And then senior night next Friday night against McAllen. The 2-2 from Blake Cox. Blake fires. Got him! First strikeout of the afternoon for Blake Cox. 1 gone here in the first. And here is Martinez. Martinez went 0 for 2. Both strikeouts on Tuesday night. And Blake readies the first pitch to Martinez. He fires. Strike one. 0-1 count to the shortstop, Brandon Martinez, with Andrew Rodriguez on deck. Blake, the 0-1. That's popped up high and heading foul right behind us. Strike two. 79 degrees right now here at Del Valle. Chances of rain within the next 2 hours. So let's hope we could get this one in before the storms comes. As Blake readies the 0-2, looking for his second K of the afternoon. And Blake is ready. He fires. Got him. Oh, no, he missed. Ball one. Ball and 2 strikes again. We had a very particular advantage. I don't know if it's an advantage or not behind home plate. The 1-2 from Blake. And that's hit hard. Bobby trailing in foul territory, and it goes into the stands. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Martinez. It's like we got a break from the clouds coming. That's great. It drizzled a little in the top half of this inning. As I waited literally until the last minute to set up, as we had a huge cloud over our heads. The 1-2. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Cox. 2 gone here in the first. And here is Andrew Rodriguez, the second baseman. Rodriguez 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He ended the first with a strikeout in his lone at bat. Blake First pitch. That's hit hard, but foul. Strike one. The 0-1 count to Rodriguez. Aiden Natal, the first baseman, is on deck for Del Valle. Del Valle winless in district. One of two, Aikens being the other. The 0-1 from Blake, and he fires. And that got in there, strike two. 0-2 now to Rodriguez. As Blake looks to strike out the side here in the first. And Blake readies. The 0-2 to Rodriguez, and he fires. Got him. Blake Cox strikes out the side here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We played one with the Tigers leading 1-0. Nixon Badilla's on deck for the Tigers. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And they say, let there be light as the sun has come out here at Del Valle. 1-0 Tigers. Nixon to lead it off here in the second. Nixon on Tuesday night went 0 for 2 with a run scored. As Martinez readies his first pitch of the second, Nixon hits one right up the gut, base hit. Lead off single for Nixon Badilla here in the second, and here is Cruz. Cruz getting the start once again at DH this afternoon. As the sun is blazing now. Martinez throws it low to first. Nixon slides in safely. Martinez first pitch. Nixon takes off. Nixon slides into second safely. Stolen base for Nixon. And a 1-0 count to Cruz. Stunningly, that was the first hit of the day for the Tigers. That leadoff single from Nixon. The 1-0 to Cruz. Martinez fires upstairs and away, 2-0. Two 2-0 to Cruz McBride. Cash Nelson is on deck. Braden Madeley in the hole. The 2-0 for Martinez. Cruz pops it up high. Coming in from left and actually grabbing it is going to be Brandon Martinez out in short for the first out. One gone. And here is Cash. Cash did come in the fourth for the Tigers, drawing a walk. As Martinez fires the first pitch to Cash, upstairs and away, ball one. Braden's on deck, then back to the top of the order and Sam. 1-0 Tigers, 1 on, 1 out here in the second. And Martinez looks back at Nixon. He fires. Cash pops it up. Foul territory. Nadal in it, grabs it for the second out. Back-to-back pop-ups for the Tigers, and it's 2 gone here in the second. And here's Braden. Braden was 2 for 2. 2 RBIs and a run scored on Tuesday night. As the Tigers looking to cash in on the leadoff single for Nixon. Back-to-back pop-ups here in the second. Martinez looks back at Nixon at second base. Does it again. First pitch to Braden. Braden tries to lay bunt. Now Nixon is caught up. Nixon is caught up. He gets back to second safely. 0-1 count to Braden Madeley. Top of the order, and Sam Branyon's on deck. Jake Pardue in the hole for the Tigers. The 0-1. Martinez again throws back to second. Nixon walks back. The 0-1. That is outside, catches the corner though. 0-2 now. Martinez is looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. And he readies the 0-2 as he looks back at Nixon at second. Does it again, and he fires. And that is low and away, ball one. Tuesday night, the Tigers score 8 in the first, 2 in the second. Only 1 run thus far with 2 outs here in the second. That pitch goes outside and it's deuces to Braden Madeley. Martinez looks back. The 2-2 to Braden. And time is called. Braden called it. So he was in his stance. 30 pitches so far for Ronnie Martinez. Deuces count to Braden. 1 on, 2 outs. The 2-2. Martinez fires. Braden chops one. Brandon Martinez bobbles it and cannot make the throw. And Martinez comes up hobbling. And E6 on the play, and that is going to be a huge blow for the Cardinals as one of their best players in Brandon Martinez down on the field. Martinez is going to be helped off the field. So the Cardinals will have a new shortstop. But the concern is for Brandon Martinez. Two gone. And here is Sam. Sam was hit by a pitch, scored the first run of the game. Sam steps in the box, ready to go. Martinez looks over the runners at the corners. First pitch to Sam as Braden takes off. No throw. Braden Madeley with a stolen base. So that's Oscar Espinosa Frias is at third. As Zach Rodriguez is now the shortstop. 1-0 count to Sammy. Martinez fires. That is outside, 2-0. Jake is on deck. The 2-0 to Sam. And that is inside, 3-0. So Martinez once again a pitch away from walking them loaded, and his third walk of the game. The 3-0 to Sam Branyan. And Martinez fires. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Sam is on for the second time.
At bat, number 27, Jake Pardue.
Here's Jake. Jake drew a walk in the first. Tigers leading 1-0, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the second. Martinez, first pitch to Jake is low and inside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Martinez as he looks over at Braden at second, and he fires. Outside once again, 2-0. Two balls and no strike to Jake Pardue with Kay Sanders on deck. And Martinez fires. That nearly hit Jake, 3-0. Second run of the day, 90 feet away, and a pitch away. The 3-0 from Ronnie Martinez. And Martinez fires. That got in there at strike 1. 3-1 now to Jake. The 3-1 from Martinez. And he delivers. Ball 4. Oh, strike 2. Late call by the home plate umpire. Full count to Jake Pardue. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Martinez readies the payoff. And he fires. And Jake fouls this one off as everyone took off. Count remains full. Jake would love to hit a gapper right now to bring home everyone. And Martinez fires. That's hit. Ooh, a screamer nearly took out Nixon. Count remains full as everyone had a smile on that one. That was close. Jake in the box. Martinez readies the payoff. And Martinez fires it. Jake hits one high, heading towards foul territory, and it goes foul. 43rd pitch for Ronnie Martinez. Wind is now blowing in gently. And now the payoff once again from Martinez. He steps off. Nixon gets back barely. Ball gets past Espinosa Frias. Still full count to Jake Pardue. The payoff once again from Martinez. Jake fouls it once again. And nice catch out in left field by Banda to actually end the inning. Tigers leave them loaded. And at the end of the inning and a half, still only 1-0 for the Tigers. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Natal, Alvarado Flores, and then Martinez coming up for Del Valle. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Home half of the second as Blake back on the bump, only throwing 13 pitches. In the bottom half of the first, he struck out the side. I believe this is his final warm-up, and it is. And here is Aiden Natal to lead off the second for Del Valle.
At bat, number 10, Aiden Natal.
Natal, Alvarado Flores, and then Martinez due up for Del Valle here in the home half of the second. And Blake is ready for his first pitch of the inning, and it goes down to strike one. 0-1 count to Natal. The 0-1. Natal swung at nothing but gas, strike two. So I'll make my living as a play-by-play sportscaster, not a meteorologist, but I'm going to play one tonight. There is clouds coming in. Hopefully we can get this one done before they do. As Blake fires, that pitch goes outside, ball one. Ball and 2 strikes now to Natal. Blake looking for his 4th K of the afternoon. And the 1-2. And Blake delivers. Got him. 4th strikeout today for Blake Cox. 1 gone here in the second. And here is Alvarado Flores.
Number 11, George Alvarado Flores.
Alvarado Flores comes up 1 out, no one on here in the second. Blake efficient. 17 pitches so far today, 4 strikeouts. First pitch to Alvarado Flores goes down to strike one. Blake is cooking right now on the bump. 0-1 count to the catcher. Blake shakes off the first pitch. He likes this one. Cash sets up, ready to go. Blake fires. Strike two. 0-2 now. Blake looking for strikeout number 5. Jason Steele doing calisthenics out in short. The 0-2 from Blake. And Blake delivers. That's fouled off, a screamer off the net. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 from Blake Cox. And Blake delivers. That's hit right into the glove of Jake Pardue for the second out. First ball that's been put in play by the Cardinals. 2 gone here in the second. And here is the opposing pitcher, Ronnie Martinez. Martinez on Tuesday night 0 for 2, both strikeouts. And Blake fires first pitch, strike 1. 0-1 count to Martinez. Blake wastes absolutely no time. The 0-1. That's upstairs, ball 1. Count goes even, ball and a strike to Martinez. The 1-1. Blake fires. Strike 2. Some heat upstairs for Martinez. The ball and 2 strikes to the pitcher. Zach Rodriguez is on deck. Blake fires, and that's chopped right to Jake. Jake fires over the first, and the Cardinals go down in order once again. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We've played 2. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Cade Sanders to lead off the third for Dripping Springs. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Melvin Jones back here from Del Valle. 1-0 Tigers. Tigers with only 1 hit so far. As Ronnie Martinez has been doing an outstanding job on the bump for Del Valle. Cade, Jason, and then Bobby Wilk due up here in the third for the Tigers. As Martinez has wrapped up his warm-ups, as you see Coach Skotek heading over to the third base box. And here's Cade to lead off the third. Cade drew a walk.
Number 3, Cade Sanders.
And he was retired on the 6-4-3 double play by Jason Steele in the first. Tigers have had plenty of chances, have not capitalized on them yet. And now Martinez readies the first pitch of the third. Cade is ready. And he fires. Cade showing bunt. Cade lays down a nice bunt, but Martinez fires over. Cade is punched out. Good hustle by Ronnie Martinez for the first out. And here's Jason. Jason grounding it into a 6-4-3 double play, but he brought home Sam Branyan for the first run of the game, the only run of the game thus far for the Tigers.
At bat, number 28, Jason Steele.
One nothing Tigers. A hit and a run, and that's all as far as the offense for the Tigers today. Martinez shakes off the first pitch, likes this one. First pitch to Jason. Jason foul tips it in the glove, strike one. Oh, 1 count to Jason Steele. Jason quickly back into the box. Martinez is ready. The 0-1. Jason chops it foul, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes to Jason Steele. Martinez looking for his first K of the day, and he fires. And that hits Jason, and Jason is on for the first time today. Second HBP coming off the glove of Ronnie Martinez. 1 on and 1 out, and it brings up Bobby Wilt. Bobby today is 0 for 1, lining out to right to end the first. So every Tiger now officially on the board, with the exception of Sam Bryan. And the first pitch to Bobby is outside, ball 1. 1 on, 1 out in the Tigers' third, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Everyone has weather fatigue after yesterday coming into today. Martinez throws Otis first, and that was close. Jason is safe. But man, that was awfully close. The 1-0 coming to Bobby Wilkinson. Pitch number 50 coming from Ronnie Martinez. And Martinez dishes. Jason takes off 2-0, and Jason still has a stolen base. Unchallenged. Two 2-0 now to Bobby Wilkinson, with Jason Steele now standing at second. The 2-0. Bobby chops it foul, strike one. Make sure Bobby's good to go. Two and one now to Bobby. As again, sun peeping through the clouds here at Del Valle. Martinez looks back at Jason Steele at second. He fires over the second, and Jason slides in safely. Only district game going on today. Bowie defeated Aikens 8-0 on Wednesday night. And again, Lake Travis defeated Westlake last night 4-3. The 2-1 coming from Martinez. Two looks at second base at Jason Steele, and he throws back to second. Jason slides in once again. The 2-1. And that's hit hard, right field, base hit. Jason Steele could just walk home. Bobby wants 3. Bobby's going to get 3. Standing RBI triple. Bobby Wilkinson, 2-0 Tigers. And here's Nixon. 1 on, 1 out.
Number 1, Nixon Badia.
As Bobby Wilt with an RBI triple, 2-0 Tigers. Martinez fires. Nixon hits one over the glove of Rodriguez, base hit. Bobby's going to walk home, and it's 3-0 Tigers. RBI single for Nixon Badilla. Second hit of the day for Nixon. Here's Cruz. Martinez goes to first. Nixon slides in safely. Tigers with 3 runs off of 3 hits now. And Martinez readies the first pitch to Cruz. Nixon takes off, and Nixon is going to get the second unchallenged. Tigers right now playing small ball to a T. The 1-0 to Cruz. Martinez readies, looks back at Nixon at second. And he throws the second. Nixon slides in safely. The 1-0. And that is outside, 2-0 to Cruz McBride. The 2-0 coming, and Martinez again goes to second, and Nixon again is safe. The 2-0. 3 in the, oh! Wow. Check that. 2-1 now. The Cruz McBride. The 2-1. And that is well inside. 3-1 now. The 3-1 coming from Martinez, and he fires. Ball 4. 2 on now for the Tigers. Third walk of the day for Ronnie Martinez. And as a coaching visit, let's see if Martinez stays on the bump. Don't forget, folks, coming up on Tuesday night, we go up north. Tigers and Eagles of Georgetown do battle. One of 2 final non-district games of the season. Coverage will begin with Tigers pregame, 6:45. First pitch, 7 o'clock, right here on Vype Live. Tigers with runners at first and second, still only 1 out.
At bat, number 5, Cash Nelson.
Here's Cash. Cash is 0 from 1 on the afternoon, popping up to first. Back in the second inning. Martinez readies his 59th pitch of the day. He fires. That is inside, ball 1 to Cash. The 1-0 to Cash. Martinez delivers. Cash looks at it, but a strike 1. And aces on the board for Cash Nelson. Braden Madeley's on deck. Sam Branyan in the hole for the Tigers. Tigers leading 3-0. Ronnie Martinez now at 60 pitches on the day. Pitch number 61 is chopped foul, third base side, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 on and 1 out here in the third. Martinez readies the 1-2, looks back at second base at Nixon once again. He fires over. Nixon slides in safely. As Martinez readies the 1-2. He fires. Everyone takes off. Nixon is going to get gunned down for the second out. Two balls and two strikes to Cash Nelson. 1 on and 2 outs now. So deuces on the board for Cash. Martinez readies the 2-2. And he fires. Cash hits one high. And that could be trouble. And it is a bloop single for Cash Nelson. And Cruz comes home and it's 4-0 Tigers. RBI single for Cash as Cash goes over to second.
At bat, number 6, Braden Medley.
Here's Braden.
Running, number 7, Cade Miles.
Cade comes in. The courtesy run for Cash. Braden today reached on an error back in the second. First pitch is ball 1 to Braden Medley. As Martinez readies the 1-0. Looks back at Cade at second. He fires. That is upstairs and inside. 2-0 to Braden. As Alvarado Flores throws it down to second. Tigers with 3 in this inning. 3 hits as well. They now lead 4-0. Martinez ready to 2-0. And he fires. That is low and inside, ball 3. So 3-0 now to Braden Medley with Sammy on deck. The 3-0. And that is inside ball 4. And the 4th walk today off the glove of Ronnie Martinez. Here's Sammy.
Number 21, Sam Brennan.
Excuse me, that's 5 walks for Martinez. Pitch number 70 for Martinez goes down to strike 1. 0-1 now to Sammy. Jake Pardue's on deck. Sam, the only Tiger who has yet to record an official at-bat today. Looking to change that right now. The 0-1. Sammy looked at a good eye. Ball 1. Evens up the count 1-1. Eighth hitter of the inning for the Tigers in Sam Brennan. The 1-1 from Martinez. And Martinez fires. That goes down to strike 2. That looked to be a little upstairs, but it catches the inside corner apparently. And the ball and 2 strikes to Sam. Sam will love to crack one right now to bring home another run. Martinez readies the 1-2. And Martinez fires. Outside deuces to Sam. Cade Miles is at second base. Braden Medley's at first. 2 out and a 2-2 count to Sam Brennan. Tigers leading 4-0. Martinez fires. Outside, gets past Alvarado Flores, and a wild pitch advances everyone. Full count now to Sam. Martinez readies the payoff. Pitch number 75 coming up, and he fires. Sam foul tips it in the glove, and that's the third out of the inning, but the Tigers with a 3 spot in his inning. They now lead 4-0 as we head to the home half of the third. 7-8-9 coming up, Zach Rodriguez, Anthony Hernandez, and then Jacob Garcia. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Oscar Johnson now pitching for the Tigers. Blake's day is complete, 26 pitches, 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. He would not get the win because he did not go 3 innings. So Oscar is warming up. And he has wrapped up. And here is Zach Rodriguez to lead off the third for Del Valle. Rodriguez had the lone hit on Tuesday night.
Zach Rodriguez.
And now facing Oscar. Oscar's last appearance was last Tuesday night against Lake Travis. His first pitch of the day is strike 1. A lot of gas behind that one from Oscar. Oscar went an inning in 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, no Ks against the Cavs. The 0-1 to Rodriguez. And Oscar fires. Strike 2. Oscar with some heat behind that one. 0-2 count to Zach Rodriguez. Anthony Hernandez, the designated hitters on deck. Oscar looking for his first K of the afternoon. And Oscar fires. That's chopped. Hard chopper, and it's going to go foul. And the count remains 0-2. You may hear a lot of airplanes. We are about 7 minutes away from the Austin Airport, for those of you who does not live in the Austin area. Oscar readies. The 0-2 looking for his first K of the day. And he fires. Got him. First strikeout for Oscar Johnson today. 1 gone here in the 4th. As I completely forgot to clear out everything from the last inning. And here's Anthony Hernandez, the DH, against Oscar for the first time. Oscar fires. And that's chopped. Foul, strike 1. 0-1 count to Hernandez, who was 0 from 1, striking out, and he was also hit by a pitch on Tuesday. Oscar readies the 0-1. And he fires. Strike 2. 0-2 now to Hernandez. Jacob Garcia, the right fielder, is on deck. And Oscar is ready. The 0-2, and he fires. That gets past Cash. Now 1-2 now to Hernandez. As Oscar settles down the 1-2. And he fires. And he missed 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Anthony Hernandez. Oscar looking for strikeout number 2. He fires. And that missed upstairs, full count now to Hernandez. Hernandez steps into the box. Full boat. 1 out. And Oscar looks ready. And Oscar fires. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Oscar Johnson. 2 gone here in the 3rd.
Bat number 13, Jacob Garcia.
Here is the right fielder, Garcia. And Garcia did not come in to bat on Tuesday. So his first at-bat of the series. Oscar's first pitch to Garcia is strike 1. Oh and 1 to Garcia. And Oscar's the 0-1. He's ready to go. And he delivers. Strike 2. 0-2, and Oscar Johnson is looking to strike out the side here in the 3rd. The 0-2. As Cash sets up, ready to go. Oscar also is ready. He fires. Upstairs, ball 1 to Garcia. Top of the order, and Adam Banda is on deck for Del Valle. Tigers with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Tigers with 4 runs off of 4 hits. The 1-2. Oscar settles now, ready to go. And he delivers. That hits Cash in the glove. Bounced off the turf. Deuces to Jacob Garcia. Probably the smallest crowd that the Tigers will see all season because it's in the middle of the school day. School is about to get out in 3 minutes. The 2-2. Got him. Oscar Johnson strikes out the side in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We played 3, still 4-0 Tigers. Jake Pardue to lead off the 4th for your Big Cats. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Top four, Tigers lead 4-0. There is a new pitcher on the bump for Del Valle. As I pull up their roster, that is Oscar Espinosa-Frias. As Frias warms up, Tigers will go 2-3-4. Jake Pardue, Cade Sanders, and then Jason Steele here in the top of the fourth, leading 4-0. Ronnie Martinez, day is over, 3 innings pitched, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, 2 hit batsmen, wild pitch, and a strikeout. So here is Jake Pardue to lead off the fourth for the Tigers. Jake today is 0 for 1. Drew a walk in the first, and he popped up to left in the second. As Espinosa-Frias readies his first pitch of the day, and that hits the dirt, ball 1 to Jake Pardue. The 1-0 to Jake. Espinosa-Frias fires. Jake pops it up high, and that's going to be another tough play. A nice catch out in center field. That time, Jeffrey Garcia in on the catch, 1 gone here in the fourth. And here is Cade. Cade is 0 for 1. Grounding out in the third. He drew a walk back in the first. Espinosa-Frias fires. Low and inside. Ball 1 to Cade Sanders. Jason Steele is on deck. Bobby Wilkinson in the hole for the Tigers. Again, with the Lake Travis victory last night, Tigers now fall into second place. It will be a virtual tie if the score holds up. Strike 1 to Cade. And aces on the board for Cade Sanders. And that is only because the Tigers have played 2 more games than the Cavaliers so far. That would even itself up come next week. The 1-1 from Espinosa-Frias. That's low and inside, ball 2. Tigers looking to go 8-2 in league play with 2 games to go. Final 2 games against Westlake. The 2-1 upstairs, 3-1. Meanwhile, Lake Travis improved to 7-1 after the victory last night against Westlake. The 3-1. Got in there, strike 2. Cade was about to head to first. Full count now to Cade Sanders. The payoff. Cade chops it over to Andrew Rodriguez. Rodriguez fires over the first. to retire Cade Sanders for the second out of the fourth. And here's Jason.
Number 28, Jason Steele.
Jason grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the first, but brought home the first run. And he was hit by a pitch last inning and scored a run. Espinosa Frias readies his first pitch to Jason Steele. Jason looks at it, ball one. So at this current second, Tigers are a half game behind Lake Travis in the standings. Tigers 7-2, Lake Travis 7-1. But again, they'll go back into a tie if this score holds up. The 1-0 to Jason. Good eye from Jason, ball two. Only game on the district docket today, as everyone else has played. Austin does play here in a few minutes, as that pitch is upstairs for ball three. They are playing a non-district game. Coming up at 5 o'clock. The 3-0 ball four, and Jason Steele is on for the second time today. First walk given up for Oscar Espinosa Frias.
Number 11, Bobby.
Here's Bobby Wilk. Bobby today 1 for 2, RBI triple in the third. And he scored also in that third inning. The Tigers brought across 3. And the first pitch to Bobby as Jason takes off. Hit and run is on. That is deep. That drops down inside the baseline. Jason hustling home. Bobby Wilkerson has another RBI. This time, RBI double, 5-0 Tigers. So Bobby Wilkerson having himself a game today. Now 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. Here's Nixon.
Number 1, Nixon Badia.
Nixon today is 2 for 2, both singles with an RBI. Tigers now with 5 runs off of 5 hits. And Espinosa Frias fires. Nixon foul tips it. Strike one. Oh, 1 count to Nixon Badilla. Cruz McBride is on deck. Cash Nelson in the hole. Tigers starting to pick it up offensively now, leading 5-0. Espinosa Frias fires. That is inside. 1-1 to Nixon. The 1-1. Nixon is ready. And Nixon pops it up high towards center field. Garcia is right there, and he grabs it for the third out. But the Tigers bring another one across the board thanks to Bobby Wilkerson's RBI double. 5-0 Big Cats as we are halfway done here at Del Valle. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Oscar Johnson back out for his second inning of work. 5-0 Tigers. Here in the bottom half of the fourth. Top of the order, Adam Banda. And that is going to be Oscar Espinosa-Frias batting second in place of Brandon Martinez, and then Andrew Rodriguez, the third batter due up this inning for Del Valle. And Oscar is done warming up. And here is Banda to lead off the fourth.
At bat, number 2, Adam Banda.
Banda today is 0 for 1, striking out to lead off the ball game. Oscar is ready. And the first pitch of the fourth is strike one from Oscar Johnson. Lady Tigers softball is next door against the Lady Cardinals. I don't know the score of that game. They got started roughly around the same time. The 0-1 from Oscar. And Oscar fires. That is outside, ball one. 1-1 now to Adam Banda. Seven strikeouts today for Tigers pitchers through 3 innings. The 1-1. That is upstairs 2-1 now to Banda. The 2-1. And Oscar fires. Fastball is chopped right to Jake. Jake fires over the first to Bobby. Got him. First out of the fourth. And here is Espinosa-Frias.
Number 12, Oscar Frias. Espinosa-Frias.
As Espinosa-Frias, his first at-bat of the series. Tigers will go 7, 8, 9, top half of the fifth. And Oscar's first pitch is chopped. Base hit up the middle, the left field side. And Espinosa-Frias, his first at-bat is a hit. First hit of the ball game for the Cardinals. 1 out single here in the fourth. And here's Andrew Rodriguez.
Running, number 22, Micah Campos.
As Micah Campos comes in the courtesy run. Campos started at left field on Tuesday night.
Number 4, Andrew Rodriguez at the plate.
Rodriguez tonight, 0 for 1, striking out to end the first. 1 on, 1 out here in the Cardinals' fourth. And Oscar fires. Rodriguez showing bunt. Good stop from Cash as it did not go too far. Ball one to Rodriguez. Starting to get a little dark here. The 1-0 from Oscar. Rodriguez showing bunt again. That time it did get past Cash, and the runner goes all the way to second. Off the pass ball. Two 2-0 now to Rodriguez with Aiden Natal on deck. The 2-0 as Oscar is ready. Time is called by Rodriguez. Tigers leading 5-0. 1 on, 1 out here in the fourth for Del Valle. And Oscar with the 2-0. Rodriguez showing button again, and it's 3-0. So Oscar's on the verge of his first walk of the ball game. The 3-0. Oscar settles down, ready to go. Rodriguez shows bunts again. He fires. That time, strike one from Oscar Johnson. Three balls and a strike to Andrew Rodriguez. Campos is at second. 1 out here in the fourth. The 3-1 coming from Oscar. Oscar 2 looks over at second. And Oscar delivers. Strike 2. Great pitch from Oscar Johnson. And now the count goes full to Rodriguez. The payoff coming from Oscar. And Oscar fires. That's popped foul. Count remains full. "26 pitches this afternoon for Oscar Johnson. And Oscar ready to pay off. And he fires. That hits the ground. Ball gets away from Cash once again. First walk given up. As Rodriguez goes all the way to second. Now runners at second and third. And Coach Sco heading out to calm Oscar down. Tigers lead 5-0. But for the first time this series, Del Valle is threatening. Two on and only 1 out. As Aiden Natal comes up.
At bat, number 10, Aiden Natal.
Natal today 0 from 1, striking out to begin the second. And Oscar's first pitch is popped foul, strike 1. Oh and 1 to Natal. Alvarado Flores is on deck. The 0-1 from Oscar. And Oscar fires. That's low once again. Ball 1 and aces on the board for Natal. And Oscar open bases first. And he fires the 1-1. That missed 2-1. Two balls on the strike to Aiden Natal. 2 on and 1 out here in the fourth. Oscars ready to 2-1. And he fires. That's popped high. Is it playable? Cash throws off. And it drops right on top of the press box. 2-2 now to Natal. Two and two to Natal. 2 on and 1 out. Oscar readies. He delivers. That's hit hard and high. Is it going to be trouble? Jason Steele is underneath it, and he grabs it for the second out. Good hustle by Jay Steele. 2 gone here in the inning. And that brings up Alvarado Flores, the catcher.
At bat, number 11, George Alvarado Flores.
Alvarado Flores 0 from 1, lining out to Jake Pardue at third, back in the second inning. As Oscar Johnson is trying to get out of this inning unscathed. First pitch, Alvarado Flores is fouled off, strike 1. 0-1 count to the catcher. Ronnie Martinez, who started off behind home plate, is on deck. Excuse me, he started on the bump. 0-1 count to Alvarado Flores. And Oscar fires. Strike 2. 0-2 now to Alvarado Flores, as Oscar Johnson is looking for his 4th strikeout of the day. Oscar is ready. The 0-2. And he delivers. Got him! 4th strikeout of the day for Oscar Johnson. And the Cardinals leave 2. No runs, no hits. Excuse me, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 4, still 5-0 Tigers. Cruz McBride, Cash Nelson, Braden Madeley due up in the 5th for the Tigers. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away. But they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
5-0 Tigers. Here in the 5th, Cruz, Cash, Braden, due up. As Espinosa Frias back out for his 2nd inning of work. Tigers looking to even up the standings with Lake Travis by the end of the night and head into the bye week as Alvarado Flores runs out back behind home plate. Again, the lone district game tonight. Everyone else has played with the exception of Austin High, as they are about to play their final non-district game of the season here in the next 5 minutes or so at Berger. As here's Cash. And Espinosa Frias first pitch to Cruz, excuse me, not Cash. Cruz pops it up high, heading towards left field, and it is caught by Adam Banda for the first out
That was Cruz McBride
of
Up
this
now, number
inning.
5,
And here's Cash.
Nelson.
Cash today is 1 for 2. He had a bloop RBI single in the third. First pitch, the Cash is ball 1. The 1-0. Cash fouls this one off, strike 2. Excuse me, that's ball 1. And it is aces on the board. As Cash steps back into the box, Espinosa Frias fries. That's low and away, ball 2. Two balls and a strike to Cash. Espinosa Frias fires. Well inside, 3-1 to Cash. Cash looking to get on base for the second time this afternoon, the 3-1. Cash pops it up, and that goes foul, and the count goes full. Full count to Cash Nelson. Espinosa Frias fires. Cash once again hits this one high, and it could be playable, and it is caught in foul territory by Natal for the second out of the inning. 2 gone, and here's Braden. Braden today 0 from 1. He has reached twice,
Number
though.
6, Braden Madeley.
Cardinals looking to retire the Tigers in order for the first time this series. Braden hits it high, heading towards foul territory, and it is caught. And for the first time this series, the Tigers are put down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Time to stretch here in Del Valle. 5-0 Tigers, as Ronnie Martinez will indeed lead off the 5th for Del Valle. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Ty Sanders, and for his second appearance of the season, Ty made his season debut 2 weeks ago against Anderson, going an inning, striking out 2. As Ronnie Martinez leads off the 5th for Del Valle. Ty ready to throw his first pitch of the day, and that's fouled off, strike 1. 0-1 count to Ronnie Martinez. Zach Rodriguez is on deck. The 0-1 from Ty. And Rodriguez pops this one up. And Sam calls everyone off and grabs it for the first out. Good hustle from Sam Bryan. 1 gone here in the 5th.
At bat, number 3, Zach Rodriguez.
Rodriguez 0 from 1. Striking out to begin the 3rd to Oscar Johnson. And Ty setting up on the right side of the rubber. First pitch to Rodriguez is popped foul, strike 1. 0-1 count to Zach Rodriguez. Anthony Hernandez, the DH, is on deck for Del Valle. The 0-1 from Ty. And Ty delivers. That's chopped hard. Braden is right there, picks it up, fires over the first to retire Rodriguez for the second out.
At bat, number 28, Anthony Hernandez.
2 gone, and here is Anthony Hernandez. Struck out back in the 3rd. Good catch by the home plate umpire in his mask. Five nothing Tigers. 2 out, no one on here in the 5th. Ty is ready. Cash is set up. Ty fires. Ball 1 to Hernandez. Jacob Garcia's on deck. The 1-0 from Ty. That is upstairs and away ball 2. Two-0 count to the DH and Hernandez. The 2-0. Ty fires. That's chopped. Good stop by Brady. Brady fires over the first. Got him. Good hustle. Brady Madeley. And the Cardinals go down in order. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on. We played 5-4, and the game is official. Tigers leading 5-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Top of the order for the Tigers, Sam Bryan, Jake Pardue, Kay Sanders, due up. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Tigers looking for win number 21 on the season. They lead 5-0 here in the top half of the sixth. Sam, Jake, and Cade do up for the Tigers here in the sixth. Tigers looking to improve to 8-2 overall in league play.
At bat, number 21, Sam Brennan.
Sam tonight 0 for 1 with a run scored. He has reached twice, first on the HBP and then in the second on a walk. Espinosa Frias, 25th pitch of the day, goes down as strike one to Sam Brennan. 0-1 count to Sam. Jake Pardue's on deck. Kay Sanders in the hole. The 0-1 to Sammy. Espinosa Frias fires. Sam hits one high. Sam hits one deep, warning track, but it's caught out there by Garcia for the first out. Nice cut from Sam Brennan, but it results in the first out of the inning. And here's Jake. Jake today 0 for 2 with a walk.
27, Jake Pardue.
Again, lefty, lefty, lefty to begin this inning for Espinosa Frias. First pitch to Jake is outside, ball one. 1-0 to Jake Pardue. Kay Sanders is on deck. Jason Steele in the hole if someone can reach. And Jake held up, but it goes down to strike two. Excuse me, strike one. And aces on the board to Jake Pardue. Tigers back on the road Tuesday night against Georgetown for coming home for senior night against McCallum. And that pitch is outside for ball two. 2-1 count to Jake. And then the final series of the season against Westlake begins in 11 nights from tonight. As that pitch is upstairs, ball three to Jake. Tigers with a chance, at bare minimum, to get a number one seed in Division II with one win against Westlake as Jake fouls this one off and the count goes full. Crazy to think that state playoffs begin in 3 weeks. The payoff from Espinosa Frias, ball four, and Jake is on for the second time tonight. Second walk given up
3, Cade Sanders
from Espinosa Frias. And here's Cade. Cade today is 0 for 2 with a walk. As Jake's starting to dance at first. Espinosa Frias fires. Cade looks at strike one. The 0-1 to Cade Sanders. Espinosa Frias fires. That is outside. Aces on the board for Cade. Tigers with 5 runs off of 5 hits. Del Valle with just the 1 hit. The 1-1 to Cade. Espinosa Frias goes to first as Jake slides in safely. The 1-1 to Cade Sanders. Espinosa Frias. The 1-1. Jake takes off. Hit and run was on. Foul just past Coach Payne at first base. Strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now to Cade Sanders. The plan this weekend was to set up in the bleachers to get a wider pitcher, but weather negated those plans for myself. Jake hits one left field. Hit it hard. Banda's underneath it and grabs it for the second out. 2 gone. And here is Jay Steele. Jason today 0 for 1. 2 runs scored and an RBI. Espinosa Frias. First pitch to Jason Steele is upstairs, ball 1. Oh, and 1 to Jason. Bobby's on deck. 1-0 to Jason as Jake danced at second. And that pitch goes low and inside, ball 2. 2-0 now to Jason Steele. Espinosa Frias. The 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0 to Jason. Jason looking to get on for a 3rd time tonight. The 3-0. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk puts Jason Steele on for a 3rd time. 2 on now. 3rd walk given up for Oscar Espinosa Frias. And here's Bobby.
Number 11, Bobby Wilkinson.
Bobby's 2 for 3. 2 RBIs and a run scored. An RBI triple and an RBI double. Espinosa Frias fires. Bobby hits one high and hard in the center field, and it is caught by Garcia to end the inning. Tigers lead 2. Still 5-0 as we head to the home half of the 6th. Jacob Garcia, Adam Banda, and then Oscar Espinosa Frias due up in the 6th for Del Valle. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Tigers with a 5-0 lead here in the 6th. 9-1-2 for the Cardinals as Jacob Garcia leads it off here in the 7th for Del Valle. Ty Sanders' 2nd inning of work today. Ty's first pitch is fouled off after the check swing, strike 1. Oh, 1 count to Jacob Garcia. Ty readies the 0-1, and he fires. That got in there, strike 2. Oh, and 2 now to Garcia. As Ty Sanders looking for his first strikeout of the day. Ty fires. Got him. First strikeout for Ty today. 1 gone here in the 6th.
Number 2, Adam Vanda.
That was strikeout number 8 on the day for Tigers pitchers. Here is Banda. 1 out, no one on. Ty's first pitch, upstairs, ball 1. As Kobe Wilson is in at catcher now for the Tigers. The 1-0 from Ty. And Ty fires it. Got him swinging, strike 1. Aces on the board for the leadoff hitter, Adam Banda. Banda struck out in the first, grounded out in the 4th. The 1-1 from Ty Sanders, and he fires. Strike 2. Great pitch from Ty Sanders. Ball and 2 strikes now to Banda. Espinosa Frias on deck. Ty fires outside. Ball 2. Two and 2 now to Banda. And Ty fires. That's fouled off a screamer. Count remains 2 and 2. The 2-2. Banda's back in the box. Ty is ready. And he fires. That's foul tipped in the glove. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Ty Sanders. 2 gone here in the 6th. And here is Espinosa Frias.
Number 12, Oscar Espinosa Frias.
He is 1 for 1 today. The lone hit for the Cardinals today. Ty's first pitch to him is hit hard right to Jake Pardue. Jake fires over the first. Got him. Ty Sanders with back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We play 6 full, still 5-0 Tigers. Nixon Badilla will lead off the 7th for your Tigers. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
5-0 Tigers. Here in the 7th inning. Nixon, Cruz. And let's see if Kobe comes in the Cash Nelson spot. here in the 7th. And here is Nix. Nixon today's 2 for 3.
Nixon Badia.
2 singles and an RBI. 41 pitches has been thrown by Oscar Espinosa Frias. And we are ready. First pitch is ball 1 to Nixon. So stunningly, this game will go to full 7. And after what happened on Tuesday, we didn't expect this. As Nixon hits one over the head of the second baseman for a base hit. Nixon wants 2. Nixon is hustling, being held up, and the 3rd hit of the day for Nixon Badilla. Leadoff double to go along with the 2 singles. Nixon now 3 for 4 today. And here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Tigers cruising, no pun intended, to an 8-2 league record as the first pitch to Cruz is ball 1. 1-0 count to Cruz McBride. It is Kobe Wilson in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. The 1-0 from Espinosa Frias. He fires it. Cruz looks at it, but it goes down to strike 1. Evens up the count 1-1 to Cruz McBride. And Espinosa Frias, the 1-1. Hits the turf 2-1. We are having some dropouts here at Del Valle as Cruz goes all the way around, strike 1. Excuse me, strike 2. So I'm keeping my eye on it, folks. But I am aware of a couple of dropouts here in the 7th. The 2-2. Cruz chops it foul. Count remains 2-2 to Cruz McBride.
Raindrops.
2-2. Got him. That is the first strikeout for Espinosa Frias. As he caught Cruz McBride striking out. I did say dropouts as my signal was dropping out here. 1 down, and here is Kobe.
Rhett Strauss.
That's 16, Kobe Wilson.
16, Kobe Wilson.
And the first pitch to Kobe goes down to strike 1. 0-1 count to Kobe Wilson. Braden is on deck, top of the order. Sam Branyan in the hole. 1 on, 1 out here in the 7th for the Tigers. Espinosa Frias fires. Kobe hits one. Right center. That's going to drop down for a base hit. And everyone's being held up. 1 out, single for Kobe Wilson.
Number 6, Braden Madeley.
Here's Braden. Braden today 0 for 2. He has reached twice. Two on and 1 out. Here in the 7th. Runners at the corners. And Espinosa Frias fires. And K. Miles took off running, and he makes it to second. 1-0 count to Braden Madeley. Top of the order, and Sam Brandon's on deck. Tigers now runners in scoring position. Only one out. 1-0 count to Braden. Espinosa Freeze fires. That's high for ball 2. 2-0 to Braden. Tigers want more. Two and 0 to Braden. Braden hits one high right center. And that is caught by Jacob Garcia for out number 2 as Nixon comes home, and it is 6-0 Tigers.
Number 21, Sam Brandon.
Sack fly and RBI for Braden Madeley. And here's Sam. Sam is 0 for 2 with a run scored. And the first pitch to Sam is outside, ball 1. Cardinals will come up with 3, 4, 5 in the 7th. And that pitch is low and outside. 2-0 down to Sam Brain. Jake Pardue's on deck. Kay Sanders in the hole. Tigers with 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now 1 here in the 7th. The 2-0 to Sam. 3-0. Whoa. That was well outside, folks, but Blue said strike. I won't agree with it. The 2-1 to Sam. And he hits one left field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. And Cade was waved home by Coach Go. He didn't see it. So now runners at the corners for the Tigers once again.
At bat, number 27, Jake Pardue.
Here's Jake. Jake is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Tigers now with 8 hits. And a throw over to first as Sam slides in. Three hits this inning. The first pitch to Jake as Sam takes off, and he's going to get the second unscathed. 1-0 count to Jake Pardue. Pitch number 60 coming up for Oscar Espinosa Frias. The 1-0 to Jake. Jake swung and missed, strike 1. 1-1 now to Jake Pardue. Kay Sanders is on deck. Jason still in the hole. Tigers looking for more here in the 7th, leading 6-0. The 1-1. That is upstairs, 2-1 to Jake Pardue. Definitely a longer than expected game, but very happy that we got this game in. 2-1 to Jake. Espinosa Frias. Fires. 3-1 to Jake. A pitch away from walking. The bases loaded with Kay Sanders coming up. The 3-1, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 4th walk of the day for Oscar Espinosa Frias. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Kay Sanders.
Number 3, Cade Sanders.
Cade today 0 for 3 with a walk. That was Jake's 3rd walk of the day. Cade hits one high, but not far enough, and it is caught at the warning track by Jeffrey Garcia to end the inning. Tigers once again leaves them loaded. 6-0 Tigers as we head to the home half of the 7th inning. Rodriguez, Natal, and Alvarado Flores due up for Del Valle. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Rhett Strauss, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Tigers. And to close it out, here in the 7th, Andrew Rodriguez, Aiden Natal, and then Jorge Alvarado Flores due up for Del Valle.
Pitching Rhett Strauss, at bat Andrew Rodriguez.
Rodriguez today 0 for 1 with a walk. Rhett readies his first pitch of the day. Rodriguez showing bunt, and that goes down as strike one. An 0-1 count to the second baseman, Rodriguez. Ryan Gamblin in at first. And everyone else defensively stays the same. There is a change at left field. Let's see who that is. That goes down as ball one. Walter Supak is out in right field, and I cannot see who's at left. Nixon is still at center. The 1-1. That missed low and inside. Ball two. Cade Miles is out in left field. So those are your changes defensively for the Tigers. The 2-1. Strike two as Rhett Strauss got Rodriguez swinging. Count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rhett Strauss looking for his first K today. And time is called by Rodriguez. The 2-2. That's hit hard. Jason picks it up. He fires over the first. And it was a sliding opportunity for Rodriguez, but he is gunned down by Jason Steele for the first out of the 7th inning. Here's Natal.
Number 10, Aiden Natal.
Natal 0 for 2 today. Struck out to lead off the second and then popped to short his last at bat. And Rhett's first pitch is upstairs, ball one. The 1-0. And Rhett delivers. That's hit hard, center field. Nixon is underneath it, and he grabs it for the second out. Cardinals down to their final out. And here is Jorge Alvarado Flores, the catcher.
Number 11, Jorge Alvarado Flores.
Alvarado Flores 0 for 2 today. And Rhett's first pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Rhett delivers. That's hit hard, foul, strike 1. Tigers post game coming up at the conclusion of this half inning. Barring a miracle, the Tigers will move to 8-2 league play, 21st victory of the season. Del Valle will drop down, and that is strike 2. Del Valle was dropped down to 0-8 in district play, 18th lost on the season. Rhett, the 1-2. Outside, good stop from Kobe. And it is deuces. The 2-2. Rhett delivers. That hits the turf, full count. Rhett ready to pay off. And he fires it outside. That is ball 4, and only that is the first walk given up, second walk, by a Tigers pitcher today. As Oscar Johnson had one as well.
Running number 21, Jovan Hernandez.
As Hernandez will be the courtesy runner for Alvaro Flores. Here's Ronnie Martinez. And Rhett's first pitch to Martinez is upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 count to Ronnie Martinez. Martinez 0 for 2 today. Rhett fires. That's hit. Dribbler. Foul. Looks like they went off the foot of Ronnie Martinez. Strike 1. The 1-1 from Rhett Strauss. Got him swinging foul, tipped in the glove. Strike 2. And now Cardinals are down to their final strike in this game. Rhett Strauss looking for his first strikeout today. Rhett fires. That's hit hard but foul. And count remains 1-2. The 1-2 from Rhett, and Rhett delivers. That's hit hard to Jake, but goes foul. Count remains 1-2. One on, 2 outs here in the 7th. Rhett fires. That's chopped. That is playable. Jake picks it up, fires over the first, got him, and the Tigers have won today by a final score of 6-0. Tigers postgame coming up in just a minute, and you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, But we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
6 runs off of 7 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 9 left on base, left a lot of meat on the bone. No runs, a hit, and an error. 3 left on for Valle, and the Tigers improved to 8-2 overall and get their 21st victory on the season. 6-0, the final score. Oscar Johnson will be accredited with the victory because Blake only went 2 innings. Ronnie Martinez will take the loss for Valle. No save opportunities for anyone. And the Tigers rose into the bye week 8-2. Now in a virtual tie once again with Lake Travis as we head straight into the bye week. And Georgetown coming up on Tuesday night. So after a very long week, folks, your Tigers come away with a 6-0 victory tonight on the road against the Cardinals of Del Valle. Once again, folks, don't forget, coming up, our next telecast happens Tuesday night. Tigers travels up north to take on the Eagles of Georgetown. Coverage will begin 6:45 with Tigers pregame. 7 o'clock first pitch right here on Vype Live. My QA today, Skylar Gillespie, keeping us on air. Technical producer of Vype Media, Miss Suna Venkat. And, of course, the broadcast director, Mr. Merle Bertrand. For everyone associated with Vype, everyone associated with Dripping Springs High School, I am Melvin Jones saying good night from Del Valle. And you